Hello, my friend. Welcome back to this small, quiet corner. A place where you can breathe slowly, place a hand on your heart, and allow yourself to feel peaceful. Today we walk together on a path that feels strange yet familiar. The power of imagining the worst so that you can return to gratitude for what is here. So that you can live more deeply in each moment, lying on the bed. Doing nothing, suddenly I realized that one day I will not be here. It could be 10 years, 30 years, or 50 years from now. No one can know in advance. Yet the moment will surely arrive, and when I leave, the world may not keep a clear mark that I once existed the instant that thought touches me. I feel lighter, as if a thin breeze moves through the mind. Numbers and expectations and pressures grow small. I look out the window, sunlight falls on leaves. The wind moves the branches, birds call to one another. The scent of cut grass rises, my heart softens. From that day on, I want to live with sufficiency and joy. Because beyond the duty to live, there is a greater gift. The chance to be alive. Today I invite you into a quiet practice, gentle yet strong, to imagine what could be lost. So we cherish what is present. We will go slowly, we will breathe together, we will look back. We will smile, find a comfortable seat. Let your spine rise with ease. Drop your shoulders. Rest your eyes or close them softly. Breathe in slowly and count 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out more slowly and count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat 3 rounds. Let breath guide you home. Think of someone you love. A parent, a partner, a teacher, a friend. Picture their face and voice and the way they smile. Then quietly imagine that one day you may no longer get to say their name. Notice the feeling in your chest. Allow the warmth or ache to rise. Breathe with it. Then open your inner eyes. See that they are still here today. You can still say thank you. You can still offer a hug. You can still make a warm cup of water. Because of this, the day is already full. Now think of your body. The eyes that read, the hands that work, the legs that carry you. Imagine a day when fatigue is heavy and movement is hard. Notice how that thought touches you. Stay a moment in silence, then return to the present. You can still curl your fingers, still place your feet on the ground. Still walk to the porch and take a long breath of morning air. You are wealthier than you believed. Consider work. Imagine you lose your job. Plans are interrupted. Emails unanswered. The feeling of uncertainty rises. Let it move through with breath. Look again. Today you can still learn one new thing. You can still make a sincere call. You can still write a thoughtful letter. You can still complete one honest task. Your capacity has not vanished. It simply waits for your attention. Consider your home. Imagine a day with a power cut during heavy rain. The internet is gone. Familiar comforts vanish. What will you do? You will sit by the window and watch the rain. You will tell yourself a story. You will write a few lines in a small notebook. And you will discover that happiness does not only live in dazzling things. It also lives in the ability to return to simplicity. Imagining the worst is not meant to scare you. It is meant to wake your heart, to grow gratitude, to help you live wholeheartedly today. We will walk 7 short frames of practice. A few minutes each, repeat them daily, and your life will begin to change color. Frame 1. Upon waking, place a hand on your chest and whisper, If today were my last day, how would I live? Choose 3 small actions. Drink a warm glass of water. Move your body for 15 minutes. Call someone you love for 5 minutes. Do only these 3 and do them fully, frame 2, before work begins. Write on a small paper the worst that could happen today. Then add a minimal plan. If a delay occurs, I will inform early and offer a new time. If I make an error, I will own it and propose a fix. If I feel overwhelmed, I will break the task into 3 steps, put the paper away. Feel the mind grow lighter. Frame 3, during a conversation. Imagine this could be your last talk with this person. Your voice will soften. You will listen more, interrupt less, praise more concretely, and say thank you. Frame 4, when eating. Imagine the times you could not taste because of illness or hurry. Then return to the bowl in front of you. The steam of a hot soup. The sound of spoon against ceramic. Chew slowly 20 times. Realize that this is a small festival of life. Frame 5. When walking, imagine a time you might not be able to walk. Then each step becomes a note of gratitude. The ground beneath your feet, the wind on your cheek, the light through the leaves, everything sings of life. Frame 6. When facing a fear, draw 3 columns. What I fear, the worst that might happen, what I will do if it happens. For example, I fear failure. The worst is losing money and face. What I will do is learn from the mistake. Ask for feedback. Restart smaller once a plan exists. Fear shrinks. Frame 7, before sleep. Imagine a day when you do not wake. Then smile at the day you just lived. Write 3 gratitudes. 1 person, 1 moment, 1 lesson. Close your eyes as if sealing a beautiful letter. This practice is not dark. It is clear and bright. Because it brings us fully into the present, let me tell you a short story. A friend was constantly tense. Every morning felt like a race. One day he sat quietly and wrote a letter to himself. If today were my last day, what would I do? He chose to call his mother, tidy his desk, and complete one important task. That night he slept better than he had in months. After that, his life turned more slowly, yet became more effective. Another story, a young girl often felt unseen and angry. She tried the practice and imagined that one day she might no longer live with her family. That evening she washed the dishes, made tea, asked her parents about their day. The house filled with laughter, no grand miracle, only a heart opening. In creative work, negative visualization invites courage. You write a script. Perhaps no one will watch. What is the worst? You learn a lesson. You tell the story better next time, your voice still remains. This is enough to press PBLISH. In learning, imagine that knowledge fades if unused. You will naturally practice daily. Review 15 minutes. Record your voice for 10 minutes. Teach a friend for 5 minutes. Imagining loss creates energy to protect what matters. In love, imagine that one day you and your partner may walk separate roads. You will love more gently. Apologize sooner. Appreciate small things, a morning message, a held hand, a simple shared meal. In finances, imagine a loss of income for 3 months. You will naturally build an emergency fund, cut non-essential costs, grow earning power by learning a new skill. Negative visualization does not make you pessimistic. It makes you clear-eyed for mental health. When anxiety arrives like a dark cloud, imagine the worst. The cloud stays through the afternoon, then decide 3 actions. Breathe 5 slow breaths. Walk for 10 minutes. Write 3 items still within your control. The cloud grows thinner. Now we enter a guided moment. You may close your eyes or lower your gaze. Breathe in slowly. Breathe out slowly. Call to mind a familiar object, a cup, a pen, a notebook. Imagine a day when it is gone, then open your inner eyes. It is still here. Smile. Place a hand on it. Whisper thank you. Call to mind a place. Your room, your desk corner, the street you walk to work. Imagine the day you move away. Then return and see that you still have time to look and touch and be here. Let yourself look more carefully today. Call to mind an opportunity, a project, a dream. Imagine that if you do not act, the chance will pass. So today, take one small step. Send 1 email, read 5 pages, practice 10 minutes. Small yet real. If you are grieving, go even slower. Use this practice only to remember the basics of care. Drink enough water, eat regular meals. Sleep 30 minutes earlier, ask someone for help with one task. You do not have to carry everything alone. If you are very busy, choose one essential action for the day. Imagine that if you do not do it, the chaos will grow. Then do it first. Focus for 25 minutes. Rest 5 minutes. Remind yourself, finishing this one thing is already a victory. If you are procrastinating, write 3 sentences. What am I afraid of? What is the worst that could happen? What will I do if it happens? Set a timer for 10 minutes. Start only for 10. Most fear dissolves once you begin. Negative visualization is also a compass of values. When you imagine the last day of your life and ask what you wish you had done, what matters rises clearly: to love, to contribute, to grow. Leaderboards fade. From tomorrow, let us allow fewer small irritations to pull our minds away. Let us stop dumping the mistakes of others onto ourselves. Let us place our whole heart into each meal. Listen to the sound of our steps. Watch a flower open. Gaze at the changing sky. Complete our part with care and keep our smile. Choose 5 small habits to anchor this lesson. 1. Breathe 3 deep breaths before each decision. Return the mind to the body. 2. Write the worst case and a minimal plan. Give fear a doorway. 3. Say one concrete thank you every day to one person. 4. Protect 10 minutes for the single most important task, even on the busiest day. 5. Write 3 gratitudes before sleep. Close the day with gentleness. You can add a simple rule. The one last time rule: act as if this is the last time you say this sentence. The last time you eat this meal, the last time you walk this road, you will naturally become more present and kinder. When conflict appears, imagine that the other person might leave your life after today. You will slow down, speak less, listen more. Choose goodwill over winning when opportunity appears. Imagine that this is the last chance of the year. You will prepare with care. Try sooner. Send your work earlier when caring for yourself. Imagine that health is a fragile vessel. You will cradle it. Sleep earlier. Drink water. Move gently. Check in regularly. Speak kindly to your own heart when using social media. Imagine that time is a limited stream. If you pour too many hours into it, what disappears? A warm conversation, a page of a book, a deep sleep. Place boundaries and return to real life. The wonder is this: the more we dare to look at possible loss, the more we love what is here. The more we honor each minute, return to the breath now. Breathing in, I am alive. Breathing out, I smile. Breathing in, I am enough. Breathing out, I am grateful. Imagine tomorrow. You rise lighter, step down from the bed, open the window. Sunlight touches your eyes. You whisper, "Today I will live as if only today exists." Then you do small things, a glass of water, a message to someone you love, one essential task. A smile. If you forget midday, place a gentle reminder on your desk. Breathe, say thanks. Do the important thing. If the evening finds you tired, place your hand on your chest, listen to the heartbeat, whisper, "Thank you for bringing me here. Tomorrow I will continue before we close." Be quiet for 1 minute. Imagine a door. Behind it are your worries and the worst image you hold. Open the door and invite them in. Look directly and say, "I am ready. I have a plan. I have people who love me. I have my breath. I have this day." Then close the door softly. Thank you for walking with me, for trusting, for listening, for breathing together. If any line touched you, share it with someone who needs it. Let another heart feel lighter. The power of negative visualization is not to make us fearful. It is to give us the strength to live fully with gratitude and courage. I wish you a clear morning or a peaceful night. Wherever you stand, place a hand on your heart. Breathe in, breathe out, smile, and begin a day that is already enough. Thank you for being here with Lety's English podcast. See you in the next episode, where we will keep learning how to live gently and steadily. Breath by breath, step by step, small joy by small joy. Remember, you are not alone. You can keep going. You are stronger than you think. Now we add a fresh 1,000 words of depth to carry you through a full half hour. Let us explore a wider circle of life domains and weave this practice into them. Consider your creative identity. Imagine a year in which you create nothing because you keep waiting for perfect conditions. The worst is not bad reviews. The worst is silence inside your own heart. So today, set a tiny ritual, 5 minutes to sketch ideas on paper, 5 minutes to outline a scene, 5 minutes to sing or play or code. Tiny sessions repeated daily build a cathedral of meaning. Consider your friendships. Imagine that without care they grow thin. The worst is not a dramatic ending. The worst is slow fading, so choose one friend each week. Send a voice note, ask one real question. Remember a shared memory, make a simple plan to meet. Small acts feed the root system of belonging. Consider your learning path. Imagine that you keep collecting courses without finishing. The worst is carrying the weight of unfinished promises. So choose one skill for 90 days, define a daily minimum. 10 minutes of deliberate practice. One exercise recorded and reviewed, one piece of feedback requested. Negative visualization shows you the cost of drifting, then points to a clear lane. Consider your mornings and evenings. Imagine a year where every day starts in rush and ends in collapse. The worst is losing the soft edges where meaning gathers. So craft 2 bookends, a 3-breath arrival each morning, a 3 gratitude farewell each night. Protect these bookends as if they hold a precious story. Because they do. Consider your environment. Imagine the room never resets. Clutter slowly grows into fog. The worst is not mess. The worst is the loss of clarity. So every evening, spend 5 minutes closing the day. Clear the desk, rinse the cup. Set out tomorrow as first task on a single card. Your future self will feel welcomed. Consider your attention. Imagine it as a candle in a windy field. The worst is not distraction itself. The worst is forgetting that you can shield the flame. Create windbreaks, silence notifications for focus blocks. Place the phone in another room. Use a simple analog timer when the mind wanders. Bring it home with a breath and a smile. Consider your decisions. Imagine spending most of your time on low-stakes choices. The worst is decision fatigue that steals energy from what matters. Adopt a default set, a simple breakfast, a small rotation of clothes, a standard work playlist. Reduce trivial choices so you can invest attention in the few high-leverage moves. Consider your boundaries. Imagine saying yes to everything. The worst is resentment and diluted contribution. Practice one gentle no each week. Say, I would love to help, but I cannot commit fully right now. Or, this is not a fit for me at the moment. Negative visualization reminds you that every yes steals from a deeper yes. Consider your digital life. Imagine your future self looking back at a year of endless scrolling. The worst is not lost productivity. The worst is lost presence. Set time windows for social media. Move apps off the home screen. Replace idle taps with a cue card of nourishing alternatives. Stretch, drink water, read 2 pages. Step into sunlight for 1 minute. Consider your sense of purpose. Imagine that you wait for a single grand mission before taking action. The worst is postponing a life that wants to be lived now. Shift to a craft mindset. Serve the person in front of you. Solve one concrete problem each day. Let purpose emerge from service and pattern over time. Consider your relationship with uncertainty. Imagine that you treat uncertainty as an enemy. The worst is shrinking your life to where everything feels controlled but unlived. Reframe uncertainty as a teacher. Each unknown is a field for curiosity. Each risk a chance to practice courage in small doses. Consider your relationship with time. Imagine speaking constantly about being busy. The worst is adopting busyness as identity. Gently change the story. Instead of I'm too busy, say I'm choosing this and not that. Agency returns, peace follows. Consider your inner voice. Imagine that the harsh critic speaks unchecked. The worst is internal erosion. Train a wiser coach. When the critic says you failed, the coach says you learned. When the critic says you are behind, the coach says you are on your path. Keep going. Consider your finances again. Imagine never looking at numbers because they feel scary. The worst is letting fear make the decisions. Schedule a weekly money date, 15 minutes to review expenses. To transfer a small amount to savings, to learn one term. Knowledge reduces noise. Consider your connection with nature. Imagine weeks pass without touching sun or wind. The worst is forgetting that the body is part of the world. Adopt a daily dose. Sky time for 2 minutes. Tree time for 1 minute. Open the window, step outside, listen for a bird. Renewal arrives quietly. Consider service. Imagine a year focused only on self-improvement. The worst is the sense of isolation that grows. Choose one small act each week for someone else. Write a recommendation, share a resource, offer to listen. Giving strengthens meaning. Consider celebration. Imagine doing many things well but rushing past them. The worst is a dry heart. Make a done list each evening. Name what went right. Tell a friend. Celebrate without needing perfection. Consider recovery. Imagine pushing through without rest. The worst is brittle productivity. Design cycles, work in sprints, pause for renewal. Remember that rest is not a reward. Rest is part of the work. Consider identity. Imagine defining yourself only by goals. The worst is feeling empty when goals change. Anchor identity and values and processes. I am a caring person. I am a learner. I show up daily. This identity travels with you. Consider mortality once more. Imagine the last 5 minutes of your life. What do you wish you had given more of? Attention, kindness, presence. What do you wish you had worried less about? Rankings, rumors, vanity metrics. With this clarity, choose differently today. Let us tie all threads into one simple daily liturgy, morning arrival. Breathe 3 times. Say today, I will live with attention and kindness. Midday reset. Step outside for 1 ray of sky. Drink water. Choose the single next step, evening reflection. Write 3 lines, 1 person I appreciated. 1 moment I noticed, 1 lesson I learned. Weekly review. List 1 risk you took, 1 boundary you honored. 1 thing you are proud of, 1 thing you will simplify. Monthly retreat. Walk alone for 1 hour if possible. Leave the phone, ask the 3 questions. What matters? What can be removed? What small step will I take next? As we close, place your hand on your heart. Feel the rhythm that has carried you since before memory. Breathe in, breathe out, say softly, I will love what is here while it is here. I will prepare for storms without fearing them. I will welcome joy without clinging to it. I will live this day as if it is rare. Because it is, thank you for being here, for listening, for breathing, for choosing presence. If this practice serves you, share it with someone who needs gentle strength today. Remember, you are not alone. You can keep going. You're stronger than you think.